Pulse Show Daily Podcast by Entoto.
Okay, so we're blasting off today with Ethiopia.
Ethiopia.
Yeah, I know, right? Not really the first place you'd think of when someone says space race, but that's exactly why this is so fascinating. They're making huge strides in space exploration, and we're here to break it all down.
Yeah, it really challenges our preconceived notions of who the major players are in space exploration.
Totally. And get this, the source for today's deep dive is an article straight from the BRICS joint website, so you know it's legit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's hot off the press, October 16th, 2024, and it's all about Ethiopia's brand new Global Navigation Satellite System, or GNSS, and a magnetometer.
Okay.
Both installed at their Entoto Observatory and Research Center.
Wow. Before you think GNSS magnetometer and think, oh, I need a PhD for this, let me tell you, we're talking about tech that really does have huge real-world implications.
Okay.
Think of it this way. Ethiopia is now plugged into a level of positioning accuracy that goes way beyond even what your car GPS can do.
Right.
We're talking precision tracking on a global scale.
Okay, so less about finding the nearest coffee shop and more about what exactly. Spill the cosmic tea.
Okay, so imagine you're a farmer in Ethiopia.
Okay.
Knowing exactly when the rainy season is going to hit isn't just about, planning a picnic. It's about your livelihood, your entire harvest.
Yeah.
This GNSS system could be the difference between a really good year and a really bad year, you see.
Oh, that's a really great point, especially for a country like Ethiopia, with agriculture being so important. But what about this magnetometer? What is that adding to all of this?
Well, it sounds a little sci-fi, I'll grant you that, but it's actually measuring something we experience every single day, the Earth's magnetic field.
Okay.
You see, the Earth's magnetic field, it's not uniform.
Oh, really?
It's a little uneven, and the magnetic equator is where the horizontal component of that magnetic field is strongest.
Hold on, the magnetic equator. I've always pictured the Earth's magnetic field like a giant bar magnet. But what's so special about this equator?
Think of it like this. If you were to hold a compass right on the magnetic equator, the needle would be pulled much more strongly horizontally than vertically. This makes Entoto, which is near that magnetic equator, a prime location to study the finer details of Earth's magnetic field.
Ah, so it's like having a high-powered microscope, but for magnetism.
Exactly.
So they've really strategically placed this magnetometer to get the best readings possible.
Yeah.
But why is understanding the Earth's magnetic field so important, especially for Ethiopia?
Well, for one thing, it's about understanding space weather.
Okay.
We're talking about things like solar flares that can knock out entire satellite communication systems.
Wow.
Disrupting everything from your GPS navigation to financial transactions, even. It's a very real threat.
Yeah.
And this magnetometer will help Ethiopia, and indeed the world, to better predict and prepare for these events.
Okay, so it's about more than just cool gadgets. It's about safeguarding critical infrastructure. And this is where things start to get really interesting on a global scale, right? Because Ethiopia isn't keeping this data to themselves.
Exactly. This is where the article really grabbed my attention. It talks about Ethiopia joining the Global Magnetometer Network thanks to this new installation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Global Magnetometer Network. It sounds incredibly important, but I have to admit, it's a little bit of a mystery to me.
Well, you're essentially looking at a planet-wide team effort here. Imagine a network of these really sensitive magnetometers strategically placed all across the globe, all constantly monitoring and sharing data about Earth's magnetic field.
So it's like a giant, interconnected, invisible shield protecting us from those solar storms you mentioned.
Exactly. It's like having a planetary early warning system. By combining resources, and data scientists can actually track these solar flares and predict where they might hit the hardest. This allows governments and organizations to take steps to protect really vulnerable infrastructure, like power grids.
Wow. So Ethiopia is contributing to something that has real tangible benefits for everyone. Even on the other side of the world, that's amazing.
Exactly. And this open data sharing is really the key to understanding the complexities of space weather. The more data points we have, the more accurate our models become, and that benefits everyone.
It's amazing to think that Ethiopia is now a part of this global effort working alongside these countries with way more established space programs.
It really highlights how space exploration can actually help encourage international collaboration. This isn't about just national pride. This is about pushing the boundaries of human knowledge as a global community.
It's like the cosmos are bringing us all together. But let's focus back in on Ethiopia for a second. This quantum leap they've made, it has to have some pretty major implications for the country itself, right?
Absolutely. And it's not even just about the science. This is a major boost for Ethiopia's international standing. To be able to contribute to this cutting-edge research in such a high-profile field really puts them on the map.
It's like they earned a seat at the coolest table in the Global Science Club. What kind of ripple effects can we expect to see from this?
Well, for one, this is going to open doors for collaboration with other nations, attract international investment. It can really inspire a new generation of Ethiopian scientists and engineers. And when you have that kind of talent pool, it spills over into other sectors too.
So we could be talking about a boom in technological innovation. Maybe even new industries popping up around this space exploration effort.
Exactly. Think about all the technology that goes into supporting space exploration. Advanced materials, software development, telecommunications, data analysis.
Right.
These advancements have so many applications in other fields.
It's not just about sending things into space. It's about what that journey does for technology and innovation here on Earth. And for a country like Ethiopia, which is already experiencing incredible growth and development, this could be a real game changer. But it makes me wonder, could this be the start of something even bigger? What if this sparks a wave of space exploration, particularly in Africa?
Now, that is a fascinating thought. We've already seen incredible strides made by nations like India and China in recent years.
So we were just talking about the incredible possibilities if Ethiopia's space exploration efforts inspire a larger trend across Africa. It's exciting to think about.
It really is. We've seen how space programs can act as these catalysts for growth, both scientifically and economically.
Yeah.
Just look at the advancements made by India and China in recent years.
Yeah.
Africa, with its vast resources and all this untapped potential, it could very well be the next big frontier in space exploration.
Imagine a whole network of African nations all collaborating on missions, sharing knowledge resources, pushing the boundaries of discovery together. What a cool idea.
Absolutely. And it's not just about the scientific discovery either, though that in itself is a thrilling prospect.
Okay.
Think about the economic implications. A burgeoning space industry in Africa could create so many jobs, attract investment, drive technological innovation across every sector.
It's like that ripple effect we were talking about earlier, but on a continental scale. Though I imagine it wouldn't be without its challenges.
Oh, of course. Space exploration is a complex and expensive endeavor.
Right.
It requires significant financial investment, a high level of technological expertise, and strong international collaboration.
So it would take a real concerted effort from individual nations, regional partnerships, and even support from the global space community to make this vision a reality.
Exactly. But the potential rewards are enormous.
Right.
I mean, just imagine the scientific breakthroughs,
Mhm.
the technological advancements, and the inspiration it would provide to future generations of African scientists and engineers.
Wow, to be young and to see your continent reaching for the stars, literally. It's a future that's just brimming with exciting possibilities. Who knows, maybe one day we'll be talking about a mission to Mars led by an African nation. That would be amazing.
That would certainly rewrite the history books. I think what Ethiopia is doing here, it's about so much more than just this one event. It's a sign of things to come, a really powerful signal to the rest of the world that Africa is ready to take its place among the stars.
A fantastic reminder that the cosmos belongs to everyone and that the spirit of exploration truly has no bounds. And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive into Ethiopia's incredible leap into space exploration.
It's been a pleasure exploring these exciting developments with you.
Until next time, keep looking up and never stop questioning the universe and our place in it.